episode. Maybe my mic's gonna work better now that I...
Yes.
Just not us being like on the last episode. Oh yeah, it's fine. We don't need to test anything.
Yeah, we don't.
Mm.
So, a few weeks ago, I realized while talking to Cecilia that she doesn't know a lot of things about pop culture. Like stupid things, you know? And it is extremely, extremely fun telling her about these things that we all know about, but she doesn't. I mean, not everyone who's listening to this knows.
I have different interests, I'm gonna say.
Whatever.
Look, I could talk to you about, like, Formula One stuff, and you'd be like, huh?
Yeah, I'd fall asleep.
Exactly.
But the thing is, we've all been watching this whole thing with, like, how cringy Megan Fox and MGK are as a couple. Even if you don't usually follow them, which I don't, you still saw a lot of this shit just because it was forced upon you. It was impossible to avoid a few months ago because it was literally everywhere. And the reason why I'm interested to tell about it to Cecilia is because I think that it's going to be really funny. Do you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So...
Oh my god, what the heck is this?
So, I just want to preface this. Don't read it. I want to read it to you dramatically. Don't you dare.
I'm just staring at the photo.
I know. Don't read it. I want to read it to you.
Can I just look at the photo because it's...
No.
Then why do you scare your screen?
No, you can look at the photo. I'm just joking. Anyway, the point being, so to preface this, right, like, you know who Megan Fox is.
Yes.
Megan Fox, in the past, like, I think a year ago, she kind of had a renaissance, you know?
Yeah.
That's what people call it. Because she had, like, a really bad, like, not a really good time in the public eye because a lot of people are misogynists and they were just attacking her for stupid shit. And, like, she was just playing a hot girl in movies, you know, and everyone was mad at her for that, which is classic, stupid, ridiculous.
Yep.
The point is, it's so interesting because everyone started kind of re-watching Jennifer's Body from a different type of perspective because back then it was kind of marketed to guys for some reason as like a movie that features Megan Fox and she's gonna be like hot in it, and they used like the kiss between her and Amanda Seyfried, or whatever, I don't know, kind of like as bait, you know, being like, oh, it's a movie that's like all, you know, queer baiting, but not actually. I don't think that it's queer baiting because it was baiting the hetero guys rather than queer people.
Okay.
But in any case, it was kind of like marketed towards dudes, and then dudes were really pissed about it and gave it really bad reviews because the movie is basically about someone who's just murdering men and eating them alive. So they didn't like that, you know. And right now there was like a renaissance in her career because a lot of people rediscovered that movie and they were like, actually, from a perspective of 2022 or 2021, this movie kind of slaps. Like, there's like obviously some things that weren't ideal about it or weren't like finished in terms of the ideas and stuff like that, but it has a lot of interesting things about it and it's kind of iconic in its own right, you know. So she was kind of in a really good place in terms of public opinion all of a sudden. Of course not those dudes, but I mean like people who actually have purchasing powers, i.e. women who purchase shit when it comes to these things. And so she could have had a revival of her career and like a real one, like not a revival as to returning back to those roles where you just play a hot girl and that's it, and like you don't really have a lot of choices, but actually have like really good roles and really, you know, thrive as an actress. Along comes MGK. All right.
All right.
MGK is Machine Gun Kelly. His name is something stupid like Colton, I think. Let me tell you his actual name because you're gonna love that. MGK. His name
Coulson.
is Coulson Baker.
Baker.
So the guy is 32 years old, alright?
Born in Houston, Texas. Houston.
And he was a rapper for a while. And then he switched to pop rock. His music does not have very good reviews. He's not a critic's darling, you know. So, but the problem with this guy is not that he's just cringy or that he makes bad music or anything like that.
Yeah.
The issue with the guy is that he's said some creepy shit before. Let me show you.
Who's your first celebrity crush? I don't care who my first celebrity crush was, because right now it's Kendall Jenner. Damn it, I've said that so many times. I hope that I'm snagging that. Don't let me move to LA. Oof.
Like,
I'm finding her.
Count down the days until she's 18.
I'm not waiting until she's 18. I'll go now.
Ew.
I'm 23, dog. Like,
Wait until she's 18.
I'm not like a creepy age. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm 23,
I've
bro.
seen
She's
that before,
17
actually.
and she's
Maybe
like a
you
celebrity.
told
Like, there is no limits right there.
Ew.
Robert Plant, who is one of the greatest lead singers ever. For all y'all don't know, he sung for Led Zeppelin, dated a girl that was 14. Axl Rose, who was one of the biggest badasses ever, dated a girl that was 16 and wrote a song on his first album about the girl that was 16.
Ew.
I don't care. Say what you want, man. If Kendall Jenner is in your bedroom naked and you're 50,
If she's
you're
in
going.
your bedroom and if she's 50, and
Yeah.
even if you're 50, you're going. Insanity.
And he's saying it's okay because older rock stars used to do the same thing and wrote songs about sleeping with underage girls.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Excuse me?
Yeah, that's basically all you need to know from that video. But what I have to say about this is...
Yep. One more time. Yeah. I need another ew. There we go.
Anyway, so he's a creep.
Yep.
If you think that that's just like he just said these things and that's it, no. There was like another video where he almost called this woman the N-word. Then there was another instance where he was like talking, like he had like an interview where he said that he actually took Kendall and Kylie out to a dinner and drinks, and at the time Kendall was 18 and Kylie was 16.
Oh my gosh. And it's the States, so it's not even
No, it's
19
not
or
legal.
18, it's
No.
21.
Yeah. Well, in any case, so he's like creepy,
Ew.
makes really stupid music, and he's kind of cringe too. Because people were like, he's not like, why is he trying to be emo? Like, why is he trying to get into like emo music scene? Blah blah blah. And then in that clip, he was basically like, oh, someone told me that I'm not emo enough. I didn't know that there was emo police or something like that, and I didn't make the cut. And then he like starts drawing under his eye, being like, emo, 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 emo. Fucking stupid as hell. In any case, so then they get together. Okay, so Megan lost her Renaissance moment.
Credibility.
Yeah, because of this clown.
I bet.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's like, so they start going out, and there's like a few things, like they show up at an event, like the MTV Awards or some other shit like that, and they kiss each other, but they kiss each other in a weird way where they like get their tongues out and they touch their
Ew.
tongues.
Why?
I don't know. And
Attention?
their tongues are black. They like dyed them. I don't know. Then they went to an interview. It was with GQ, and there was also a video where she like explains how they met, and there's also like, obviously it was also in the article, where she says like, oh, when I met him, I said, oh, I saw some kind of like, you know, tall, lanky creature, and I said, you smell like weed, and he said, I am weed, and then he disappeared like a ninja, like with a smoke bomb or something.
I don't even know what to say. What the heck? Like, and why are you advertising that?
I don't know, but it's like, it's just so stupid. And they like were saying it as if it's like, he's so cool, you know, like I met him and he was so cool. And it's just like so cringe.
It is.
And then they like said that they drank each other's blood.
Ew.
They also have rings that, because they proposed to to each other, so they're like engaged. And the funniest thing is that the proposal was fucking filmed from 4 different angles.
Surprise! I didn't know it was filmed.
Yeah. And it's just so like funny. And he was dressed in this sequin shirt that looks like a referee shirt. Like it's like white and black with like those lines. It's fucking hideous.
I think I've seen the video.
You probably have, like, at least on TikTok or something.
On TikTok, for sure. And people reacting to it. I just, had no interest in knowing who they are.
It's really something.
Ew.
And then, like, so when the GQ article came out, it was the funniest shit ever because, like, so Megan posted this picture, and let me read it to you dramatically because that's just really something.
Okay.
So her caption reads, "The tale of 2 outcasts and star-crossed lovers." Outcasts? Girl, you're celebrities. Everyone's like obsessed with you specifically too. Like there's so many people who thought you were like the hottest person alive for like 20 years. What do you mean? Anyway, caught in the throes of a torrid solar flare of a romance featuring feverish obsession, guns, addiction, shamans, lots of blood, general mayhem, therapy, tantric night terrors, binding rituals, chakra sound baths, psychedelic hallucinations, organic smoothies, and the kind of sex that would make Lucifer clutch his rosary.
I don't even know what to say, because...
Oh, this is so cringy.
I like that the first comment is like, glad you've thrown organic smoothies on the mix to keep it balanced.
I know, right? That was so good. I always come back to this post when I want to put myself in a bad mood.
Did Megan Fox call herself an outcast? Crying emoji.
Damn, the devil doesn't even hide anymore.
You're Harley Quinn and the Joker. We get it.
The photos, like, I mean, it's not like it's bad photos or something, but it's just like, it's stupid.
Well, the photographer is probably talented.
Yeah, but it's stupid. Like, the way that they approach everything is just like such a, like, what on earth?
Also, she put gun in the mix. I am sorry, but
Come on now.
You're done.
He looks dead inside here.
And outside.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know. This is so stupid. Oh, this is their proposal video. See? Like...
Oh, yeah, I've seen it, definitely.
Yeah, so many angles. And, like, so many stupid angles. 3. And they, like, jump around in such a stupid way, too. Oh, my God. In July of 2020, we sat under the banyan tree. We asked for magic. We were oblivious to the pain we would face together in such a short, frenetic period of time. Why do you have so much pain in your relationship already? Especially, like, you know, like, you just... What the fuck?
We're just gonna wait a few years and then we're gonna learn about them being part of a cult or something.
Honestly, I don't think that they're part of a cult, but I do think that they are wacky. Like... something is fucking weird about them, but like I don't know if I would say like, because it feels like they're not really organized in their wackiness, you know. It feels like, because I think that with cults, like they have some kind of like rules that everyone needs to follow or like some kind of beliefs. These ones just seem random. Like it feels like they just like randomly pick stupid shit to participate in. Yeah. And like, unaware of the work and sacrifices the relationship would require from us, but intoxicated off of the love and the karma. What? We walked through hell together.
I bet.
What the fuck? I don't understand. This is so stupid. And then we drank each other's blood. And someone says, the end of the caption, please.
Oh my gosh.
You'll really had to end the caption like that, shaking my head. But congrats. You did what now?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. How many takes was it? Yeah, that's like, God, this is so stupid. What the fuck did I just read? Exactly. So, this is kind of like what the hell was happening, right? Why I wanted to bring it up at this point is because now I saw on TikTok this video where everyone's like, oh my god, she's like, she got the ick. She got the ick for him. Mm-hmm. Like, she's like tired of his bullshit. Let's see what the video is.
They just
Look-
engaged. She's not married yet, right?
Yes, but I need to open it again because you missed it.
Sorry.
She's like literally leaning away from him and from his like kisses and stuff, and he's like awkwardly laughing, and she's
Oh
just
my
like not
gosh.
having any of it. Just not having any of it. And let's look at the comments. Like, you all had an argument with your man before. Yeah, okay, but they're in public, and she is a public figure that has been pretty
Around for a
good.
while.
Yeah, and she's been pretty good at like never showing that much emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think so. She gonna end up with Pete too. Pete Davidson. They're not wrong. Girl is finally waking up. Not sure how he got her in the first place, to be honest. Maybe he just needs a mint. Anyway, so there's like a lot of like that kind of crap.
Oh, dear. It's kind of funny, but I mean, I can see why it's entertaining, no?
Well, because you know what? I appreciate when celebrities are ridiculous in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot, in the past few years, we haven't had this type of tomfoolery that we had in the beginning of the 2000s, you know? Like, 2010s, like, the end of 2000s, like 2008, 9, 10, was like, so much iconic shit happened that was really funny. Celebrities were ridiculous and obviously out of touch and whatever, but it was funny. Now they're ridiculous, out of touch, and it's not funny anymore. Most of the things that they do, it's like, for example, with Astroworld, with that Travis Scott or whatever, how like so many people were trampled and whatever, right? And like or the Kardashians traveling during the pandemic, or having massive parties where a bunch of COVID was spread or whatever. You know, like, it's not funny. It's not like entertaining, and it's not something that you could laugh about. It's more like things that are annoying and just generally not great. But this not hurting anybody, but it's funny as shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's so funny. Like, I miss when celebrities were doing this type of shit instead of committing crimes. I mean, they were committing crimes back then too, but I just mean that in terms of like what was done more often.
Yeah.
I feel like right now there's more like scary bullshit coming out, or like gross bullshit coming out, instead of something funny happening. Like, it's just not as entertaining as this.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I can see why. Yeah. This is just, funny. They're not
Organic
harming
smoothies,
anyone.
and then we drank each other's blood. Like,
Oh
that's
my
just
gosh.
fucking ridiculous. It's so funny.
And it's not involving anyone else, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh my god. It's just so, like, they're trying to be so tragic and, like, you know, like, Sid and Nancy-ish. But
It's so stupid. Like, it's so stupid. And the thing is, both of them are parents.
wait, what?
Yeah.
He has kids?
He has a kid. And that kid is, like, not a small child. She's, like, 12 or something.
I mean,
I think he had a child when he was, like, 22 or 21.
Yeah.
And he's still an idiot 10 years later. Or maybe he was 20 or something like that.
Yeah, so the kid would be 10-ish. Mm-hmm. The video you showed me where, like, she's over him, when was it taken?
That was, like, I don't know, it's, like, within the last month.
Okay. So
Yeah,
it's
so
still
it's-
potential. Yeah, we're still waiting.
Yeah, but it's like more recent stuff that happened.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Maybe we'll do an update in the future.
maybe, yeah. But it's just one of those things, like, I want to tell you more about those types of things in the future, like, just stupid shit that has happened that I just cannot believe that this is going on. And
we drank each other's blood. Interesting.
oh, you didn't hear it.
I heard it.
Ah.
You just want to play it again, really.
Anyway, so let's talk about music.
Okay.
What? Are they insane? How are we supposed to survive without any tunes?
On our agenda for today, we are talking about Taeyong
Yep.
and his performance video for Ghost. I think there wasn't enough hype for it, so that's why we want to talk about it. At least I want to talk about it. She's just forced to listen to me.
I mean, I really enjoy his performance and what they do and stuff. I just don't know as much as Lisa knows about the band and everyone in general. Like, Ten's my favorite. I really like Taeyong. I really like Mark, but...
Yeah, they're like our holy trinity.
Yeah.
You like Ten the most. I mean, we kind of both like
yeah,
Ten
I
and
don't really...
Taeyong.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are
It's
like,
just, you know,
favorites.
the way it started is basically we wanted to learn the Baby Don't Stop choreography together.
Because it's
and we
such a
didn't
good
know,
song.
yeah, we were like, you know what? The way we did it, actually, is pretty funny. We wrote down their names on a piece of paper.
Oh my god, yes. 'cause
That we
were-
threw on the floor, and then we said, this one's gonna be Cecilia, and then Hopa just sniffed whatever, which one, and then I got 10, Lisa got Taeyong.
Yeah.
And then
Hopa picked which one, because we wanted to decide who's gonna dance which part.
And we really like both of them.
Yeah, we didn't care which one we get. And then so we were like, okay, Hopa choose. And Hopa chose that Cecilia is going to get 10 and I'm going to get Taeyong. And I actually forgot that we did it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now we're also warmed up to Mark a lot.
I mean, he's our
He's
Vancouver,
our Vancouver
boy.
We have to.
He's everywhere.
Not even we have to. He's just like so hardworking and talented and cute. You gotta.
Like, he's in every single project, isn't he? Almost, I
think. I mean, NCT. Oh, he's not in Wavy, but
Yeah.
he's in every other.
Yeah, like the boy never stops.
Does he sleep?
I don't know.
Does he fucking
I
sleep?
honestly, I think he's a vampire. Maybe. This is the only thing. Like, you know, he doesn't need sleep. He's just everywhere.
Honestly, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be fucking surprised. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, the thing with this song, it is kind of in line with like the stuff that NCT released like before we even knew about them in terms of lyrical content.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Tan and Taeyong don't have a mini album together yet.
I just want to see them everywhere all the time.
I just don't get why we only got one song and that's it. When was it even released? Like 2018?
I think so.
It's been like 4 fucking years. Are you kidding me?
It's not enough. And they're like two of the best dancers. I mean, I think.
Yeah. No, they're really good. But I would love for them and Mark to do like a project together, but like not one song.
A project.
A project, yeah.
It could be a cool CD, a cool little like photo book, a bunch of like cool videos with cool choreographies.
A tour.
Well, let's not push it really.
What? I'm not pushing it. Not even a little bit. In any case,
If someone hear us and want to translate in Korean, so maybe their boss can hear us. That'd be fun.
all of them speak English.
I know.
All 3.
But you know, if we go and then spread it in Korea, we get more people supporting the idea. We can't be the only 2 girls who want to see that happening.
No, we're
again.
not. I saw it, like, I literally retweeted it a few days ago on Twitter, where I was like, excuse me, but, like, where's Stan and Taeyong? Just asking.
Everybody unite.
Also, just because of Lucas, like, we don't see Tan anymore. Like, what? Rude.
Yep.
But yeah, this song was after Love Theory.
Mm-hmm.
So Love Theory is like all like cute and shit.
Yeah. And now
It wasn't he like I saw someone tweeting like, wasn't this the guy who was a lovely fairy last week? Yes.
Yes,
It's
it
true.
was.
But yeah, check it out. It's not on Spotify or anything like that. Just like look at the performance video, because I think you're gonna like it if you're into dance.
Or just nice performances.
Or nice performances, yes.
Really nice.
Also, for those of you who enjoy your media based on like who's hot, you're gonna enjoy that too. We're more like performance obsessed people.
And we like the cuteness.
And we like the cuteness, yeah. But if you're like the type of person who just like likes hot boys, you're gonna like it as well.
Yeah, as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you haven't already, go check Baby Don't Stop.
Oh my god, yes. Baby Don't Stop is such a good song.
And
the
like,
video, holy shit.
all of them, because there's like, they did a bunch of different performances, like in the studio.
Oh, yeah. The choreo was really good too.
So good.
Yeah. It's probably my favorite choreo I know, like, for songs.
I think so.
Yeah.
Me too.
Like fits really well.
And it's just the two of them. What are they doing?
No, I don't know. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway, I actually noticed that a lot of like people who follow me and like on Instagram and on YouTube and whatever, a lot of them are and citizens.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're welcome, you guys. Welcome
Yeah, let
to
us
our
know, like,
little
what
corner.
should we check out? Do you have anything we should check and, like...
Yeah, if you want us to talk about anything specifically, like,
or
if there's
things
some
you,
kind
like, you should know about it. If you don't, like... Yeah. Especially me, I don't have as much knowledge in, like, K-pop culture and stuff. So I'm happy to learn, even outside of that. Just, I don't know, bands.
I am so excited that aespa is coming back.
Yeah.
I fucking love aespa, you can tell. There's a poster
If you're watching
in the back.
video, yeah.
If you're watching the video, yeah,
If
there's
you're
a
not,
poster in the back.
yeah, we made sure to include the girls. There's my girl, Angel, as well.
Angel, yes. And a little Squishmallow.
Should we talk about the Patreon?
Oh, yes. So we are thinking about a Patreon because we want to... Because the thing is, I was thinking about Patreon a long time ago because some people were asking me like if I'm ever gonna open one and stuff on my main channel, and I didn't really feel like opening a Patreon where I would just like give, for example, access to my videos one day early or something like that. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have some kind of value to the content that's on there, and because it is not like there's no copyright system there in terms of like your stuff getting blocked or whatever. So we could actually talk about projects that are copyrighted usually at more like length and in more depth. We could actually play parts of like albums or TV shows or whatever, you know, like clips, and it wouldn't be taken down. So I thought that we could do kind of like an extension for the podcast, do an episode every
we
other
want to
week.
start
That's
every
what it
other
is.
week.
Yeah.
Because I'm working full-time, more than full-time. You have like your YouTube channel and you also have your part-time job. So, you know,
yeah, it's
we're
a little
trying
bit
our
difficult.
best.
Yeah. But we do want to do that and kind of like have more of a open discussion there, because it's going to be, you know, not just like available to anybody. So it's going to be a little bit more, it's going to be easier, I guess, to talk about things a little bit more in depth. And
reaction videos, like
kind of like it's not really like a reaction video as much as like it's kind of like an extra podcast, but we can play clips if we want to. Like we could show something, or we could like listen to an album, for example, and like talk about each song if we like an album a lot or something like that.
Have more visual content.
Have some, so it's basically, because it's not going to be on the podcast on Spotify and stuff like that, so it's going to be a lot more visual, and we could talk about things a little bit more in depth. I feel like it would be fun to do that without the restrictions of YouTube and Spotify and other things like that, where I have to worry about copyright when I post something. So since we started a topic of talking about Taeyong and NCT, I want to show lyrics to Cecilia and show her a clip of the guys trying to explain what the song is about, because it is funniest shit ever.
We checked the lyrics yesterday, and it's pretty funny, like the difference between Taeyong and Mark.
But the funniest thing is that like they kind of have to explain one meaning to the song, you know, like they can't have two separate meanings, but their sections are so drastically different that there's no fucking way around it. Like how are you going to explain it otherwise? You kind of have to pick the innocent approach and be like, we don't know what you're talking about. There's no like double entendre or anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about. I do not know anything about life. Innocent as hell, basically. But for all of you who don't know about this group or whatever, honestly, you don't really have to know to find this funny. I'll just tell you about it. So
I just Googled it, and the first thing that pops is like NCT tried to convince fans that Whiplash isn't what they thought. Yeah,
no, it's really, really funny. Especially the way, like, what they chose, what Taeyong chose as an explanation.
Oh my gosh.
In my opinion, it makes it worse. If I'm just saying. I'm just gonna explain to you. Okay,
There's so
basically-
many like Reddit threads and like there's even Urban Dick Dictionary with like Whiplash.
What does it say?
Let me open it. It says NCT 127 track that you should listen without thinking too much about what meaning behind Whiplash title because geniuses, Mark and Taeyong, wrote this song. Basically the whole and them stream Simon Says bitches. Whiplash is definitely the best song of the century, no doubt.
But they don't explain.
There's a whole thing
Oh.
and that's so funny. Whiplash is a bop made by NCT 127, composed by Mark Lee and Lee Taeyong. Person: why is their song named Whiplash? Person 2: who inspired them to write that? Me. Taeyong said his older sister inspired him to write that. Person.
Wait, let me read the lyrics first before we do this. Okay, so first of all, let me compare. So like the chorus, it starts with the chorus, and it's already, like, okay, so the chorus is, in this moment I'll stop, my whole body reacts quickly. Sure, shorty, give me whiplash. Shorty, give me whiplash. Instead of your sugar-coated words, I need you to be honest. Shorty, give me whiplash. Shorty, give me whiplash. If you call your sister shorty, I need you to reassess your entire life. I'm just saying. If that's what you're doing, I need you to reassess your entire existence. In any case, so verse 1, Mark, right? And Mark, I don't know how old he was at that point. Maybe...
I think it's 2019.
Oh, it was released in 17.
Oh, 17?
Yeah. And like, how old is he now? He's younger than me. But I don't think he's that much younger than me. He might be like 23?
He's born in 1999. So 23.
Wow! Oh my god, I got it right. Holy shit! Why am I excited about that? Well, in any case, so wait, that was 5 years ago. I guess it's like on the verge of being inappropriate, but whatever. His verse is very appropriate. It's basically coming home early morning, carry a bag bigger than my back. I shouted and my free soul overflowed. Even now, I'm still a free soul. I hugged my Hyung and my parents tightly before leaving the airport. Basically, it's just him going somewhere and
working hard.
Yeah, and the end of the verse, right? It goes, "This is the only chance I have, so I wake you up with a whiplash and I let you know, Neo City, the city that never sleeps, real over here." So basically, it's kind of about like hard work and whatever the fuck, right? Now, okay. So
Taeyong is born in 1995.
yeah,
currently
he's
26.
It's so how old was he in 17? 5 years ago.
So 21.
21? Okay, so it's not like with him it's like okay. He's not like a young, I mean he is a young man, but he's not a boy, so it's not like inappropriate, so it's fine. But it's just funny that it's the same song, So Taeyong, I'm gonna try and not get like uncomfortable reading this. Is it otaku?
Probably.
My otaku tendencies are still alive, man. Whip me more so I can feel it more. You are my pro model. You decorate a part of my collection. When I work, you are my centimeters. The margin of error is only a few millimeters. I can feel it. I straighten my clothes. Sticker picture. Killing the night. Feeling the vibe. Give me the knife. Cold on my mind. You know what I mean? I like being alone, except for when I play with you. Verse 3, it's also him.
Just
continuing.
otaku is a Japanese word that describes people with consuming interests, particularly in anime, manga, video games, or computers.
Yeah, a nerd. Basically. So the next verse is, my mama says to meet a good girl. Mom, from what I can tell, I have a definite taste. I'm very soft and I'm a loser who has a girlish vibe, so I need somebody who can domesticate me. And my dad tells me, be the best of the best. I know, I practice late at night. Call me T. If we share the same goals, then I'll take you to the cacao oasis. So, then they had an interview.
Yeah.
And that interview is what, like, the funniest shit ever. I always feel very uncomfortable watching it just because I'm easily cringed out or easily basically when I watch some situations where it's like awkward or something, I like feel it with my whole entire body, like everywhere. I feel like I'm imploding on myself whenever I have to see things like that. But
you have to put the link of the video in the descriptions because people need to watch it and understand. Because this is too funny. You did not.
You're welcome.
So Lisa's gonna put the video link in the description and you gotta go check it out. And
if you
even if you don't necessarily like or listen to it, it's pretty funny.
If you're into like media training and like boy bands and girl groups and how they're managed and stuff like that, if you're like interested in these types of things and like public image and how people handle
this is not what not to do. I think what's funny is like they know what it's about, but they're not like taking credit, or like they're not, I don't know how you say,
not admitting it.
Yeah,
I guess
it's like it's fine. Why are you so ashamed of it?
I know. It's just like it's just what happens with like if you are in that kind of industry. I know that even with One Direction, even though it was aimed at Western audience, they still had to censor themselves in that sense, but they still also did the same shit. Like they would have a song that's, well, you can't twist it any other way, like it's just how it is, you know. And then they would say some kind of vague thing in the interview to try and kind of like,
it's pretty funny though.
it is funny. That's why I'm showing you this, because I think it's fucking hilarious. But
yeah, go check it out.
Oh,
Will I be nervous if I'm chosen to be on the show? No. Why should I be? I am extremely comfortable being on national television.
okay, so I wanted to talk about, like, briefly, because Stranger Things came out, and I wanted to talk about Millie Bobby Brown for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was this video that went, it's not really viral, I don't fucking know. It got a lot of views on
I mean, she's
TikTok.
already popular, so...
Yeah,
but
but
she looks like an older lady.
No. It's a different TikTok where a bunch of women on a podcast, a barstool podcast, which is like obviously...
Yeah.
Anyway, they talked about her. And the thing is, she just turned 18, I think,
Yeah,
right?
she's really young.
She's like very young. And she's already been dealing with a lot of bullshit that she shouldn't be dealing with. Shouldn't have to deal with it. Same with, like, you know, like, for example, Emma Watson had the same type of shit. Like, I believe that when she, like, turned 18, do you remember, like, the tabloids were trying to take a picture under her skirt?
Yeah.
And stuff like that? Yeah, it was fucking gross. Like, honestly, it's insane. And it's kind of the same treatment that Millie is getting, because she also became famous around the same age. Like, 11, 12, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And, she is 18 now, and of course there's like a lot of stupid shit going on regarding that. And one of those things is that the three women on that podcast were talking about her, and what they said essentially was, one of them was like, she looks hot but she knows it, so that's the problem. And they were like saying that she looks like she would be like a bitch, right? And the thing is, like, when I look at those women, I'm like, okay, all of you are like at least pushing 30.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? Why are you ganging up on an 18-year-old? Just because she's famous and rich doesn't mean that she doesn't have, like, that she's not a young person anymore. A child, someone who was literally legally a child a couple of months ago.
I mean, technically she still is in North America.
I mean, no, you can
21.
go to the army at 18.
Yeah. It's
you
just
just
still,
can't drink at 21. They're
Yeah.
really weird. The American system, that doesn't make any sense. How is it that you can't get drunk but you can go to war? Really?
Yeah.
What's going on? Anyway, so it just, the video was really, really uncomfortable to watch, because like one of them was like, I feel like if we met her in person she would be cool.
Then why?
And I was like, first of all, and then the other one was like, no, like she's hot, but she knows it, and that's the problem. That was the gist of the whole thing, right? And I'm just like sitting here like, okay, you know only her public image.
Yeah.
She already got way too much shit since she was 12 years old. Honestly, there was so many situations where people shouldn't have been as harsh as they were on her. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of like nonsense, to be honest, things that a child couldn't really like, can't really process well, you know. I feel really bad for people who either are famous at a very young age, or people who start, for example, being online, like making YouTube videos when they're really young too. Like I honestly, if you're contemplating starting YouTube or something like that, please don't do it until you are a grown adult, until you went to university or something. I know that it's tempting, and I know that we have this like culture of achieving things very quickly and as quickly as possible, because otherwise you're not going anywhere or whatever, and like youth is so preyed upon in our society. But you're going to have a hard time as an individual. Like having your own individuality is going to be very difficult if you are so involved in performance to other people at such a young age. Like you're gonna have a hard time seeing a difference between your public image and yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, in general, it's not just only about like if you are in the public eye.
Or just knowing what to share and what not to share.
I mean, you never know what's gonna be too much for you in general. Like
No, for
sometimes
sure,
you
but,
say things, but then it becomes more of a known thing than you would like it to be. You can't control information. Like,
No,
the
for
way that
sure, but
spreads.
it's like
And
what you're
sometimes-
gonna share on medias and what not to share as well. There's like a fine limit that's hard to
But it's not
balance.
It's not clear though, so it's not.
No,
like
I
you
know,
would
but that's
for
the thing. Like,
I think that what is important is like individuality and like having a sense of self before you have so many people giving you their opinions on you, because that's the thing, that with people's opinions, it's not just bad things that you should be worried about. Not just people criticizing you or being mad at you for nothing or disliking you for no reason or even for a reason. It doesn't really, like, that's not the only thing you should be prepared for. You also should be prepared for compliments too. And I know it sounds weird, but I think it's important, especially for those people who are like 14, 16, whatever the fuck. There's going to be so many people who are going to be giving you compliments that make no sense, that would be using compliments as a way of using you or stuff like that. And also it's bad for your sense of self, because you start determining things about yourself based on other people's opinions way too much, because that's only the only thing you fucking hear all day is whether you're a bad or a good person, and it's gonna influence you a lot if you're a child. Just like imagine constantly performing, and based on your performance your income is like dependent on it. If you are a child, that's fucked up. Like, that's very difficult.
well, that's depending on your like family and whoever's surrounding you.
Yeah, but it's like at any level it is hard.
Oh no,
Because,
for
like,
sure.
if you-
But like, if you're an adult and you've been through a lot of things, you have some experience. Whereas if you're a kid and this is all you've known because you've been put into it from a really young age, like,
I think that
how do you keep a sense of reality outside of your work?
I know, but I also don't think that your parents are going to entirely save you from it if they are.
Well, that's
good
what I
parents
mean.
or
Like,
something.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not going to like affect it. Maybe it is going to affect it in terms of like, of course, there's like evil parents that are fucking pushing their kids in front of everyone just to get some money and stuff. But I mean, like, in terms of like them protecting you from extreme self-doubt and extreme issues with identity and extreme issues with knowing what you want to do, or if you know, it's just gonna fuck you up if it's not like in check. And that's why I'm like, why are you talking about her like that? She was extremely famous since she was 12, and it's not a good thing. I don't know
It's
why.
like, would
they
you say
always-
that in front of her? Or
I know.
are you comfortable saying that because you're hiding behind a screen and a microphone?
Yeah, and I genuinely just don't understand this attitude of like equating fame to something good. I think that money is great. Like you can you know, live a very comfortable life and whatever when you have money and stuff. Like, success is good, but fame is not a great thing.
I
I can't see any pluses to it. If you could be successful and have money and be like do projects that you want to do without having to be famous, wouldn't you do it?
Yeah, but then it would be too easy. You could just be like famous and popular and like be an artist,
I mean, it
and
still
then
would
not
be
have to
difficult.
deal. I'm not saying it's fair or whatever, but like it's kind of part of the game.
Yeah, I think that it's part of the game. I'm just saying that I don't understand why they're treating fame as part of like like a good part. They talk about her just because she's like famous. They think that it's normal to be talking about her in this way.
Yeah.
Because
Well, that's
she's
the
famous,
issue.
so
Yeah.
why would she be offended by that? And it's like,
Well, she's a human being.
I mean, she's not
so-
gonna be offended by that because she's not gonna see that fucking clip. I mean, maybe she will, but it's most likely that she won't because it's a stupid ass podcast. Like, who cares?
Well, this is the wrong part of that.
But it's
Famous,
just-
and people not realizing at the end of the day they're still like humans, and you're gonna take whatever's thrown at you no matter what you know and your experience. Like, yeah, especially more if you're a kid, it's kind of hard to. I think it's just a learning curve and how to like react to it and take it personal or no, and it doesn't mean that these people saying these things are right either.
I understand when people talk about public figures when they did something wrong. The girl is just living her life. Why is she? And also, why is she supposed to be self-conscious? I don't understand why do people think that there's some kind of virtue in being self-conscious and being like constantly thinking of yourself badly. It's just such a weird conversation that I've heard it from so many people, especially from guys, that they're like, "Oh, she's hot, but she knows it." Okay, and why is she blind? Is she supposed to pretend like she doesn't see what she looks
that
like?
person's not the issue. It's the person who's saying what they're saying.
Exactly. It's just such a weird thing to say about people. Like, how dare they be? How dare they know that they're, for example, smart, or that they know what they're talking about or whatever? I don't know. Maybe they've studied for 15 years to know what they're talking about, so that's why they're confident. Like, what is this?
Yeah, if you're basing your confidence on like repeated action and doing things over and over, so you build that confidence, then yeah, it's just the way it is, and it's not a bad thing to have.
I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous, that whole situation. But a lot of people kind of made a video about it on
Good.
TikTok, being like, "The hell, you guys? What are you?
I know.
What are you on?"
That's good.
Which is
Calling
fair.
people out.
Yeah. They should have, because
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Anyway.
Woman supporting woman. Woo.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. Just playing around with sounds. Please bear with us.
Thank you for listening or watching or however you consume this. And we will see you next time. Bye.